Good morning to you all. This is Simply Grace, just saying hi to everybody. Today, I just want to make a video on looking after our mental health and how important it is for all of us to take our mental health seriously. Just like you wouldn't totally ignore if you were to break your arm or have any physical injury, it's the same that it's important that we do all take it seriously, that our mental health is very, very important. We are living in a world and in a system where the pressure of modern life, it's something that we need to each and every one of us take seriously, and the impact that could have on our mental health. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I'm actually in a place called Newton Point in Porthcawl, which is such a beautiful place. I like to come here with my children when they were younger, and today just visiting the place really to enjoy the nature and the sea, the beach around us, and all these lovely sceneries. So hope you're enjoying your day as well. Yes, as I was saying about our mental health, especially when it comes to moving our base as well and relocating abroad from a different culture into the UK. Again, I would just like to touch upon that, the impact of taking it seriously, that we need to try to ensure that we are indeed looking after ourselves in such aspect. There are different reasons why our mental health may be suffering, or we could be experiencing some challenges in regards to our mental health. One of the reasons could be the financial pressure of having to find a job, keep a family. That is one of the reasons I find. Another reason might just be the stressful nature of bringing up children, especially if you got young children in the system. And if you do have to adapt and adjust to the culture of the UK or the new environments that we do find ourselves, all this could have impact on our mental health in finding a suitable accommodation, suitable school. And you might actually find as well that actually the way parents are expected to relate to their children in this system is different from the system that you are relocating from. So what I think will be important for each and every one of us to bear in mind is the power of talking, the power of communicating efficiently, and making sure that we all talk together, communicate in such a way that we can provide suitable support we need for one another. Keep talking. Do not ignore the needs of your children, especially in them trying to adjust as well to the new environment, new school, making new friends, and the trauma of having to leave their peers and people that they do know behind. So let's start with our children. Let's make sure that we are in tune with their needs when it comes to their mental health concerns. And if you're privileged enough that your children are able to speak to you and in regards to their concerns and issues, I think it's important as parents to take that seriously and to ensure that we engage with them in a way that will keep the channel of communication open. A lot of problems and concerns could actually be resolved by talking to your children, by reassuring them, by making sure that you're in tune with what they need. You could help them to enhance, if they're beginning to make new friends, you could actually help them to enhance the kind of friendship they're making. It could be by inviting their friends over, allowing them as well to make useful kind of engagement with their newly, found friends. All this can go a long way to reassure them and of course to make sure that they are thriving accordingly. Another thing we can do, which I think is probably not very well recognized in African culture, is just to make sure that we take some time out to reflect and to enjoy nature around us. Now, nature costs nothing, and no matter how poor we are financially, or maybe still struggling, nature is what we can all count on to give us a lot of joy and pleasure. I do like to go for a walk. For some people, it might just be to go for a walk on the beach, in the forest, wherever. It might be to invite a friend over every now and then for coffee. Whatever really you can do to enhance your mental health. Very, very important that you're in tune with this. For some of us, it's just taking some time out to be alone, and whatever you have to do, just to reflect, try as much as possible to be in tune with that. Money is not everything, as we all know, and it's very important that we do realize this, that the job would always be there. We'll be there tomorrow, we'll be there the day after, but the last thing we need is to continue to ignore the struggle, especially when it comes to our mental health issues. So, and for our men, I just like to say, for most men especially, it can present a big challenge for them to talk about their mental health or to want to seek advice or guidance. Let us try to take that seriously. And as a wife, let's try to be in tune as well with our maybe husbands or whosoever you've got in your life, mental health concerns or issues. So, and as a man, we shouldn't be too proud to discuss this with our family if you're struggling. There are many mental health issues that are not something that we should really be megally, concerned about or think that we couldn't seek support for. Stress, anxiety, depression, these are all very common. The research have shown us that almost half the population would experience depression at one time in their life or the other. So this is we are living in a system where mental health is very well recognized, especially depression, anxieties of life, stress of day to day. We all have experienced this and we continue to, most adults anyway, and of course even with the children. And I think the impact of COVID as well has a lot, really. Has gone a long way, really, to even impact more on the mental health of all of us, but especially our children. Most children do not even know how to relate, how to make friends now after COVID because of the break in the socialization of each and every one of us, during the COVID period. So let's be mindful of that. And if one of us is struggling, as a family members, let's try as much as possible to encourage them, to motivate them in such a way that we can all continue to heal from whatever impact, whatever effect this is having on us. So important. And as I said earlier on, especially for immigrant families moving from one system to the other, it's not always easy to settle down, maybe as quickly as we would love to. The stress of financial situation, finding a job, adjusting to your new environment, all this can have impact on the way we feel, even as parents. And of course, coupled with the fact that we still need to feed our family and find suitable accommodation to meet all the requirements financially, all this can have major impact. And even for our women, we take a lot and we do a lot, especially in family setup. When dad or father or men are out there maybe fighting the battle of financial struggle or situation, which we do as well, most of the time it is the women that look after the children. It is us really that everything falls on in making sure that the home is like heaven for us all. So as women, we must never ignore our own mental health needs as well. Let's try to take time out. Let's try to go for a walk if that is what you enjoy doing, inviting friends over, whatever it is that you can do really just to continue to make sure that your mental health is not being ignored. But most importantly, I would just like to say, if you're struggling beyond what you think, it's acceptable to not to do something about. My advice would be for you to seek professional help. We are not living in a system where mental health is considered as if you are mad or something is majorly wrong with you. A lot of the issues and the concerns we do have with the modern day pressures of life is quite transient, which means it's not something that lasts forever. So it might be something that you experience for 6 months. It might be due to all sorts, bereavement, whatever it is, social isolation, and as I mentioned earlier, the struggle of life. So it doesn't have to be something that we feel that we cannot seek support and advice of professional from. So let us try to be in tune with that and realizing that we're in a country where nobody is looking down on you for seeking help and support, especially in a timely manner. So if you do need to do that, speak to your GP. If you've got children that are struggling, find somebody. It might be a family friend that could speak to them, whatever you need to do. And if you need to be under the care of your GP for some time, through counseling, it might be medication, whatever it is to help you. Some would actually prescribe relaxation techniques, going out for a walk, enjoying the nature, which I said most people do. There is nothing wrong with that. So yes, that's what I just thought I would touch upon today, and not to brush this under the carpet, not for us to pretend that it doesn't exist. It does. So let's get out there. Let's do whatever we can to look after our mental health. Let's enjoy the nature, if that is your own thing. Let's try to socialize with the people that are in our life. Let's just do whatever we feel we need to do to keep on looking after one another. So that is what I just thought I would touch upon today, and I wish you all the best. And once again, this is Simply Grace saying hi to you all. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.